I'm Carissa Dez.
I'm pretty fucking Leon, but you already knew that.
We're on the scene at the Flow Show, Volume 19, and we're here with the beautiful, very talented, very amazing Victoria.
What's up, y'all? My name is Victoria Yabba. Thank y'all for having me.
Yo, can we just talk about the drip real quick? I love the leather jacket.
Thank you.
Yo,
It's one of my favorites. I was like,
you understood the assignment.
The nails and the jacket
You
match.
gotta stay dripped out in here. You
Drip
know,
crazy.
Like it introduces you first when you can't introduce.
That's
yourself,
right.
You know?
That's what
First impressions.
That's what we were just talking about. Like, you can be an amazing performer, amazing artist, but if you don't have the drip, like if you don't have style, forget it. Like, people aren't going to look twice.
Straight up. I mean, A&Rs, they're looking out for a look before anything else these days. So.
Your look is
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So you're from the Philippines, right? Originally?
I'm born and raised in Portland, but my family's from the Philippines.
Okay. All right. So what if you could change one thing about the Portland music scene, what would it be? Since you've been here and you've seen
If I would change
for a while.
one thing about the Portland music scene is I would want more strong, powerful women.
Yes.
To come in the scene.
Yes.
And I mean, in general, music is like, I feel like a male-dominated industry, and I just would love to see more female.
I agree with that.
Like,
platform
we need
for
to
that.
these bad bitches out here.
Yeah, like interviewing people for artists on the scene for 2 years. I've only had like a handful of women that wanted to interview with me. Like, a lot of them are like, there's just not very many, and a lot of them are, too shy to want to do it.
It's
Like,
intimidating.
exactly, because there's just so
stepping
many.
out. I mean, like, it was me.
Yeah, it's like
Kmart,
new
and I
territory.
think- I'm not sure, but maybe one other female tonight.
J Baby, I've been trying to get it. I'm trying to get an interview with J Baby for a while.
Like, there just needs to be more than that on a lineup of like how
I
many
agree.
men are on. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, this needs to be
If
more.
you're in Portland, you need a and you're
We should do a showcase with just women. Just one night,
Just like,
bring
could
them
be
on
a
the
thing.
scene, like help them to feel comfortable and not so
for sure.
intimidated by the
It's
men.
a lot
For
more,
sure.
like, easy to step forward if you feel like you can relate to people that are on the scene. I mean, if you just saw like 10 men go up and you're like in a position to be like the first woman to come up, I mean,
That's intimidating.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine.
I mean, some people like that. I feel like people like you and Kmart like that competition.
In a way,
You're like,
I'm like,
okay,
okay, let me show the
Y'all
colors.
go up there. Y'all are sharks. Y'all be eating the competition.
Exactly,
Like, y'all
exactly.
fucking,
But I could see how a lot of people would be,
No, that's
like
very
it's all men here. It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
So
The only way I
change
could
that in
relate to that
Portland.
is like going and playing like shows with like a bunch of white people, and they're all listening to a different kind of genre.
Yeah.
And then I go up there and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, everybody?" They're like, "What the fuck?" I can't. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like being like, the energy is super hyper masculine energy, and then you go up there and you're like, "Yo, it's boss bitch time."
But
Like, it's
honestly,
like,
I think the crowd loves it because they're like, wow,
They
this
do.
is something different. Like,
Yeah.
all these guys sound, not tonight, but like, in general, like you go to a hip hop show, you're like, wow, it's like all men. It sounds kind of similar, and then you got this woman coming up like bad bitch energy. So I think people appreciate that, Yeah.
right.
So what has your experience been like as a femme like a woman in the music scene in Portland, in the hip hop scene?
It's been great. I mean, I feel like I went into it, feeling confident in myself and knowing why I wanted to be here. And, I feel like it was a little intimidating at first, like kind of with what I was saying, like starting out. But like, I feel really confident here. I feel really happy. And I just love that there's a place that we can all come together and like share our artwork. Because that's really what this is for me, is just like, that's who I am, that I'm just like showing off and like getting to share with people. So it's dope. It's a dope environment to be in. Dope people coming together. So.
No, we love seeing you out here. Like, I've been seeing your shit for a while now, looking at Kmart and J Baby and all this shit. And like, I've seen you just fucking doing your thing. You're definitely a very pivotal figure, especially as a woman in the scene. And you're doing your thing. You're doing your fucking thing. We watching at Page Street. We see you, So
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I just want to say that yes, there have been other women out there who are great artists too, but you kind of have it on lock right now because not only do you have an amazing voice, like you're an amazing musician, you got like community behind you, your dance moves, your style, and also like your photography and your music videos. So you just have it like on 100.
Thank you.
I just want to
Thank you so
give you
much.
props for that and like give you your flowers for that. And like you're really like changing the game for women out here and like hopefully inspiring people to
I hope so. That makes me
like
really
be a part
happy.
of the scene.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
I do have one question. I actually have a
Ask
specific.
it.
No, it's not even crazy. But specifically out here in Portland, like it sounds like I feel like I kind of have an idea after we've already been talking, for a while. But like, if you could like, what specific aspects of the scene do you love, and what aspects of the scene do you hate? It sounds like you want more diversity in the sense of like more women,
sure.
More women.
people type shit. But
That's a good question. I definitely, there's a lot of things that I love about it. The welcoming aspect, like, I started performing maybe like a year ago now, and like
Sure,
just the
okay.
amount of like love and like people like willing to listen and just like give you a chance, you know what I mean, and hear what you have to say and stuff,
Yeah.
and actually like keeping up with your shit, following like the people out here are really genuinely nice. There's a lot of
Yeah.
really
Yep.
fucking talented people that I'm like really happy to like connect with and just share energy
Sure.
with, because prior to like me performing, I never really made a lot of friends with other people that were like artists specifically.
Huh,
So
okay.
it's really cool to just be able to communicate that and like pick other artists' brains and just see like how other
Like-minded
artists work
people.
and stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
on the other side, I feel like what I wish Portland had more to offer. I feel like there's like multiple things, but obviously diversity. I
Yeah,
want to see more
100%,
women. I want to
yeah.
see more people of color. I want to see just more everybody. You know, it's a shared space, and I feel like the fact that it's so welcoming should be put out there and be like, you know, if you ever thought about being an artist and you're like a little too scared and stuff, like come out and
Move
you
out
know,
here.
Move out here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
that's
I
I
digress.
my rant, but I think there's enough people here who
I'm
like
born and raised in
are
Portland,
musicians.
so I really
Like,
Yeah, no, me
like,
too. Yeah, I was
you know,
born in Texas, but I grew up out here.
You
So
can come
maybe
through, though.
if you're an artist, if you're a dope artist,
No, but
you
honestly,
with the
like,
shit.
There's a place though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many talented people here, like you said, that you know can just need to step out and like show us what
for
they got.
sure.
You know,
Other than like diversity and stuff, I will say I want to see more professionalism.
Yes, I
really
love that. I
want to-
fucking
yeah,
love
you
that.
know,
Yeah.
So I'm a full-time makeup artist,
Word,
and
okay.
that's what I do for a living. And it wasn't until I really like got my time and like my finance, like kind of like getting off that fight or flight with trying to like be on your own and like
Yeah,
get your
yeah,
own
yeah.
shit going
Paycheck
and
to
stuff
paycheck
like
type
that.
shit, yeah.
I was like blessed with the time to really like invest my energy into my music.
Yeah, I
and
love
it's
that.
like
Yeah.
since I started a business first, everything that I wanted to do with music, I'm like I'm gonna apply the same, you know, knowledge, the same kind
Yeah,
of mindset.
it really is a business.
And like,
It
you
is.
know,
It's 100% a
like
business. Yeah.
running it as a business. Like there's so many talented people out here. I'm like, if y'all had the marketing,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
people heard you,
Yeah.
like I just know that
That's
they
all
would
it
have
takes.
a lot more of like a fan base and like, you know, things
For
like that.
sure.
You know, like just
that's and that's what I was
something-
you know
yeah.
saying like that. What I like about you is that like you have like professional photos and like videos out. And like, yeah, people are just like, you know, taking videos of themselves singing their songs, which is great. But it's like,
Yeah.
if you had a little bit more professionalism, like people, not only in Portland, but elsewhere will like actually like pay attention and
Yeah,
like see what you
for
have to
sure.
offer
It's
there.
image is so important, like
Yeah.
in this day and age. It's everything is image, and it's not my favorite. I would rather have it be another
Yeah.
way, but it's a business.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
Like,
brand. Like I
yeah.
fucking hate capitalism and all that shit, but I'm like
Right.
now realizing like if you want to
If they
go
don't cut a
anywhere,
check, I'm gonna
yeah,
play the game.
yo, you gotta play the
Yeah.
game. You gotta play the game. I used to get paid the big bucks to just host shit and show up and just be a person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy, but that's because I had like a brand, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it at the time. I didn't understand that, but now I'm like, fuck, dude. I had a brand. I should have ran with that, you know,
Yeah.
type shit.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it's really all just about like, you know, this. Everybody has a brand. Nobody is you. There's nobody out there.
Yeah,
like you
you're
at all.
Show us why.
You're unique.
Show us exactly
Yes.
why.
Exactly.
That's what I would say to artists.
People
that, like,
love
need
to
get
see
their
that.
marketing up. Like,
Yeah.
show us why we should listen to you. Show
Exactly.
us why
Give us a
you're
reason.
different. And
Give us a
sometimes
fucking
that's like
reason.
being vulnerable. Sometimes that's showing like more than just, you know, that perfect brand photo face. And
Yeah.
like, I definitely want to see more of that.
The realness.
Yeah,
Show me the
and
realness.
that's what I've been saying too. Like, nothing is gonna set you apart like being your unique self. It's like, you know, everybody's different, like you said. Just like
Yeah.
showing that and like putting that on a platform and showing who you are is going
Yeah,
to like,
for sure.
you know, like attract people.
Yeah.
But so on another note, like, who has been an artist who has influenced you to create music?
Ooh, that has influenced me. Well, I would definitely say my producer
Oh.
and our artist also, Acromatic, which is sitting over there.
Hey,
Acromatic.
shout out.
Hey.
Shout out Acro. He was making music for a long time before I started. So we've been together for a minute, and like I was, you know, he started off producing, and I really like fucked with it. And I feel like it was something I really like genuinely was interested in. I just didn't have the time or the energy that I wanted to apply to it until
Yeah.
I guess more recently. And he's just been over there doing his thing. So then when I was like, you know, after a few years, I'm like, you know, I want to try it. I feel like it's something I have the time, the energy, and the effort. And he really inspires me, like with just his ability to like be welcoming to the idea too.
That's
like,
what it's all about.
I'm a makeup artist. I was like in here like beating faces and stuff, and I'm like, I think I want to try to make a song. So
Yeah.
definitely,
That's what it's all
Acro
about.
really supported me
So-
and inspired me and like pushed me to just be like, no, take the risk, like just fucking
Yeah.
try it. So
When did you start making music?
I started making music probably like maybe 2.5 years ago.
And did you have an amazing voice when you started? Because
Absolutely
like,
not. No.
okay.
No.
So
you didn't
you
grow up in
can
like
train for
churches.
that.
You're singing like, you know.
That gives me hope because I really want to learn how to sing, but I'm like,
it's all just fucking
I
notes
was
on the piano.
I was that
well,
kid.
some people have told me like, no, you're born with it.
no,
Sorry.
not at all. No.
I was that kid
Okay.
trying to sing Adele on YouTube, and my mom was like, "You can't post that. You cannot. And like, I feel like she was really looking out because like, you know, when you first start out and you're just like, oh, I know people that sing and oh, I love Adele and like her voice is like fucking crazy and you're like, just try it out. And it's really like intimidating sometimes when you try to like, you know, you're influenced by like really larger scale artists and you try to do it. But it definitely, I learned how to be myself in my voice. I feel like when you first start out, you like try to not necessarily replicate, but like, you know, find a way of music, a style of music that like you're really interested in. You try to like kind of get into it.
Like
you know what you can do.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more that I just kept making like song after song, like I started finding like the tone, and I feel like the
finding your own voice, right?
Is, like finding really important. So I definitely didn't start out with like perfect anything, and I'm still working on it. That's like my rapping is something, and my singing, like I'm constantly trying to work on. I don't think I've like, you know, I'm just getting started.
No, we're all students.
You know,
we're all students. Of the art.
And that's what I always say. Like, you know, I will always be a student. Like, if you get stagnant, like you need to stop doing what you're doing. Like,
there's
always
never
something
too
to learn.
good to better yourself.
That's right.
True.
You ever get bored, just learn some theory. That'll fucking put a fire
For me,
under
it's
your
like
ass.
once I learn something, I realize how much I don't know about that topic.
You know,
like, wow, okay.
To, like open your mind up to the possibilities of like new things.
Go learn some music theory.
Well, like I said, I'm very impressed with what you have going on, not just musically,
100%.
but your whole brand. Like,
The
you're
whole
just very
drip.
professional
Drip is
and like
unmatched.
you're like very like, you know, you have precision in what you do. So I appreciate that. One last question. What do you have coming up in the near future for you and your
I
brand?
just filmed a music video with Row 3 Films and Zach Olson, which I'm really excited about.
Dang.
Zach Olson, like
They're
shout
so
out.
talented.
And James too, you said?
Yeah.
Row 3? Okay, yeah. Two of my favorite videographers in town.
Yeah, no, they're really dope. We just
You're so
filmed
good.
a music video to my song Blueprint that's going to be dropping later this month. So I'm really excited
Okay,
about it.
shit. All right,
Look out for that, yo.
And then I got a new single dropping on April 21st next month.
All right.
So my goal is to just drop a single every month and just continue to try to promote it that way since I dropped my EP last July. So I'm going to be on a singles wave.
We're okay.
right
Yeah,
now.
no, singles is the fucking way to go. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
All my industry
agree.
homies are like,
Not a
drop
lot of
singles.
pressure. Like, there's just so much less pressure and just like,
And with
I
everybody's
mean, I'm
attention
saying it like
span,
I know, like, I'm an artist who puts
Dude,
out
no, I'm
singles,
saying,
but
bro,
that's what it
I'm
seems
telling you
like.
right now, unless you're one of my favorite artists, and even if you are one of my favorite artists, I'm not gonna listen to your album.
And it's like
I'm sorry.
And
If you
I'm
put
sorry.
one song
They
out,
have
like,
to
you listen,
build
but
that
like 10
brand.
songs? That's
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
You have that fan base to give that to that they actually care enough to
No,
listen. But I feel like if
exactly.
you're starting out, it's like you got to pay attention. You know, a thing with marketing too is like the attention span of like the group of people you're trying to reach out to. So it's like
that.
be realistic. You know, like a pop attention span and a hip hop might be low key different. Like if you go in and try
is.
to look at it and you apply that, like
Dude, Earl
Singles are like that.
Sweatshirt said, you know, after Tierra Whack came out with her first like big debut
Love
album, and
her.
shit,
Love
she
Tierra.
said he said she has a recipe. Her shit was 15 minutes long. She has a recipe. It's fucking short. Everyone's attention span is so much less in this day and age.
like a damn
Singles,
podcast.
nobody's gonna listen to a fucking whole album all the way through. I wish they would, but it's like we just don't have. Our brains are wired differently. You gotta fucking make shit.
There's so
that's
many
short and
artists
sweet.
out there. Like, we just want to hear one song. If we like that, then we want more, you know? But like a whole 10 fucking songs, like from a new artist.
Yeah.
My homie Liam, he
That's-
works at Def Jam. He signed to Def Jam, and he's literally like, if you send me an email that I can't click one time and hear exactly what you're playing, I won't listen to it.
Yeah.
So if you have to
It's like
click it,
everything's
and it
at the-
downloads, and then da 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 da. No, I'm gonna fucking on to the next. So it's gotta
Yeah.
be
Like we have
that.
everything at our fingertips. We just want everything fast, unfortunately. But
Yep.
you know, you gotta evolve, gotta keep evolving. Thank
right.
you so much, Victoria,
Thank
for
you so
talking with
much,
us.
yo.
Like, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And like one of the, in my opinion, one of the best artists in Portland who I'm
100%.
like, I look at
I
you
would
and I'm
say
like,
so.
wow, if anybody's gonna be like become famous, like you're one of those people. So,
so much.
I just want to say that. So
I really
thank you so much.
appreciate it. Thank
We're
you
keeping
so
our eyes
much.
open. We're keeping our eyes peeled for that.
Guys, once again, my name is Victoria. Yeah, but you can find me on all social media platforms.
right.
And yes, VicToriaYaBut. Catch y'all later.
And we on the scene right now.
At the Flow Show Volume 19, and we have our special guest over here.
Black Cat. That is me. Oh, and Solex.
Solex.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So y'all just performed live at the Flow Show. How did you feel? How did you feel like the?
How do you
know-
feel about your performance?
Yeah.
Oh man. So I just performed like one of my like new songs that I just kind of barely finished making. I like
Oh,
literally
word.
just finished mixing it yesterday, or not like
That's
the day
raw.
before yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just barely like sent it in time.
Yeah.
And shit, I was just kind of nervous going into it because
Yeah.
like I do like trap metal, so it's a little
Yeah.
different than like the usual like the usual stuff that like
Heavy
people listen
shit.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm always a little nervous like going into it, but I think I killed it. I think
Word.
there's people
Okay.
like fucking with it
Yeah.
and shit like that.
So
yeah.
what do you mean by trap?
Metal.
Trap metal.
Trap metal, so it's basically like a mix of like trap and metal. Like if y'all ever heard like Scarlord or
Hey.
like
Like City
what
Morgue.
else does it like Ghostman, like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Okay.
like that kind
Yeah,
of
I
vibe where it's
like
like
that.
a mix of trap and metal. Like
Mhm.
mine's more like a metal core kind of like trap
Mhm.
vibe. So
Okay.
you know, like my influence would be like, you know, I try to do like, you know, like Future, Lil Baby, but like with metal.
Yeah. Some heavy shit.
That's my
Yeah.
jam.
It's still the
That's my
strap
jam right
drums
there.
and shit.
Yeah.
But then you got some heavy, DB
Yeah.
type fucking
Just like screaming like hell on that shit.
Yeah.
Scare motherfuckers.
So
I know what
growing
you
up,
got.
what inspired your music? What inspired you to make that type of music?
Mostly growing up, I listened to like metal core, like kind of like bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Suicide Silence.
Shout out Oliver Sykes.
Dude, Oliver Sykes is literally like one of my biggest inspirations for like how I scream. I try to do like the really like high pitched, like almost like
Waffle fries.
Yeah,
Not everybody knows this, but
exactly.
there are many types of screaming.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
well,
there is.
the
And if you can
Fries-
do more than one, that's a
I met
talent.
Oliver Sykes once at Warped Tour 2008. That was
Oh,
interesting.
dude, I met him Warped Tour, I think 2013 or 14. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nicest guy
Dude, he's
ever.
so nice.
Yeah.
Little British motherfucker. Yeah.
He's so fucking chill,
Super
bro.
dope.
So fucking cool. Yeah, Warped Tour is amazing though.
Or I
Like, you
missed
went
that
to Warped
shit. Yeah, 2008. This is the only year I went, but yeah, I saw a lot of great bands.
I went
man.
once a long, long time ago, before you were born, probably.
No, not before I was born. I was probably a tiny baby.
So what was that
probably
like?
great.
What was that? What was the Warped Tour like? As
Oh,
a youth?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. So
Shout
and
out
Warped
the
Tour-
Suns.
Shout out! I was
Yeah.
there in Tempe for a couple years.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! I kind of lived in Tempe towards like the end of before I moved here, like right near ASU, kind of shit.
Me too. Like
Um,
literally, I would have like huge parties right by ASU.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy.
Maybe you came to one of my parties. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
maybe honestly, we're probably there like the same years. Like I just moved here like 20.
I threw like punk shows there.
Oh,
So
for real?
yeah.
We honestly might have crossed streams accidentally.
Maybe.
That's crazy. Yeah, I used to be like mad in the scene over there, just like going to like all the shows, like the Nile Theater, like Marquee, like all that shit.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So it's hot as fuck in Phoenix. In case y'all didn't already know.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did
Of
you
course.
not know?
in the
It's
summer.
hot.
Yeah.
So
Shit is-
most of us are just trying to stay alive while like navigating like to see all the bands and shit because they got like 5-6 stages. You gotta like find where your favorite bands are like playing and then you gotta like stay alive. And
Stay out. Fucking
You gotta
man,
find water.
that heat.
Like,
Yeah, the wall of
between
death
that.
becomes real deadly when
Oh,
it's
yeah,
100
real
degrees.
sweaty.
And, yeah, niggas is slimy.
a lot
out
of like
there.
when you're in the pit, like it's literally like slimy ass people
Yeah.
all around you.
Oh,
Like,
Maybe that's a good thing.
like a slime pit, not a mosh pit. Like,
Yeah.
ugh. Yeah. That's the one thing that I remember about shows in Arizona.
It's always so
Never
exciting.
forget that
Oh my gosh,
experience.
it's so much fun though. It's like literally such a blast. Like I would literally like go back to that like any day, even though it's like a million degrees.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
100%. Yo, you
I would
can't
say
beat
bring,
that
bring back
shit.
Warped Tour. If anyone.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Did they cancel Warped Tour?
Yeah.
bring it back.
There's a lot of
You
sketchy
heard it here
niggas.
first. We're about to bring back the Warped Tour.
I don't know if
Warped
we're
Tour
gonna do that.
2000.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the guts. I still have my Warped Tour water from 2008.
Oh my god,
It's
yeah,
a
the
collector's
monster like
item.
tour water.
Warped Tour
yeah.
water? What is that?
So it's like you can, they give out these fucking cans of water, like because people die of like heat exhaustion. So they're like, here's water, not Monster. Like, so I still have my unopened can. It's my mom's house.
Okay.
Yeah, never opened
You
it.
risked your life so that you can have that memento.
I did not risk my life. I was very cushy at the Warped Tour. My friend's mom was managing, or my friend's mom's best friend was managing a band that was on the Warped Tour bill. So we got a very cushy VIP
They're fancy.
or a ska band. It was a Japanese ska band. It was wild.
Sounds-
Yeah,
Damn.
sounds
it was
wild.
super sick. Yeah,
That's
good times.
cool.
Yeah.
So you love ska. Who was like a ska band that you like growing up?
I wait, you love ska? Is that,
I like ska.
They've
I
said
know,
that
I
they-
don't love ska.
Yeah, I
like
don't know-
ska.
I don't know
Okay,
anybody that loves
I don't know.
I love ska
I don't know
just
if
for
any
what
of
it
y'all
is.
know
I don't
this,
listen
though.
to it anymore, but I love it for what it is.
The best
you know?
ska band is Ice Nine Kills before they turned metalcore. They used to be a ska band, and holy shit, they put everybody out. If they would have stayed a ska band,
yeah,
man,
they would've killed-
They
yeah,
would have
they killed
fucking
it.
put anyone.
They would've
out.
brought ska back.
Yeah, that shit, amazing. Y'all didn't already check that out.
I love some ska, but I don't know if I love ska.
Yeah, same. I don't know if I love ska. Like I wouldn't ride or die for ska, but you know I like ska.
I have a
That's cool.
question. So if you had the choice to not make music ever again, like not being allowed to, or to be in a ska band, what would you choose?
I'd be in a ska band, man. I do this. I'd be the fuck in shit of a ska band. I don't know how to fucking talk today. No, I would do 100% do the ska band because like I literally like can't live without doing music. So I'd be like, but also I don't like dislike ska. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can't really sing. That's why like most of my shit is like
You'd be like
heavier.
skanking in like some fucking
Skanking.
black and white pants.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of like change my whole vibe. Like, yeah, I'm not black cat anymore. I'm like ska cat.
Uh,
The ska cat, scat cat.
Oh, then they'll think I'm in.
that's actually perfect. You did change up your whole.
Oh, yeah, no, I got
fucking
to change
thing.
it right when I get home. Yeah.
Wait,
about
so
you?
a
Are you
soul?
guys-
Yeah, what's this?
are you
Yeah,
guys
so like I didn't
in
mean
a
to take
group
all
together,
that.
or?
Yeah. So we're in a group together called Jinn, Jinn, and it's
I
like,
think that I've heard. Do you guys perform at like punk shows ever? Because I feel like you've been on the bill like for shows I've been to.
Yeah, we've been on like a few like
Yeah.
different shows, like kind of like a little bit more punk too. Like, and I also have like a band called The Usual Suspects that we do like death metal. My guitar
yeah,
over there.
I know.
He's like,
yeah, shout out. I know who that is.
So yeah, we do get in a little bit in there, but I'm gonna let him
Yeah.
talk because I've been taking all the stage.
Yo.
So Lex, what's up, my boy?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing?
What's up? What's up? How you living?
Chilling. I love the vest. I love the jacket.
what I
The
was gonna
jacket's
say.
hard as fuck, man.
Yeah, I love it. It's like
Good
very
design.
80s.
Living?
Fucking.
We're doing good,
No.
man. So, who are your biggest influences musically? What is give us your little musical background?
Like XXXTentacion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The
Yeah.
goat. The goat, man.
Yeah.
Kill Station.
Yeah, Kill Station's great. Yes.
Like a lot, like Juice World a lot too.
Yep.
That's where like a lot of like my singing songs, like Cave Town.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it.
Word. Okay, bet. So that's like, would you say you're like in a similar genre with those kind of
Yeah.
folks and stuff? Yeah. Or
I kind of like switch it
look
up
at
a lot.
But I feel like they don't really have a genre. Those like Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion.
They
like,
definitely do.
They definitely don't have a genre.
Juice WRLD and X have a genre.
Look,
They've created a genre.
No, they don't have a
No, they
genre.
100% do,
He
bro.
made a lot
They're-
of different kind of
they're
things. and That's
fucking-
what I like.
See,
doing, too.
we like agreed to
There's
like
two people that are saying that.
three
right now.
against one. Anywho,
My homie produced Juice. I think he's in a genre. Like he's in a genre. There's nothing wrong being in a genre. I have a Juice WRLD fucking banner in my room. I love Juice WRLD, but
We all love Juice WRLD.
You can lump him in with a certain genre. He
Juice
created a
WRLD genre.
He validated emo.
He kind of made his own genre.
Exactly. He
Yeah,
made
it's
something
a
really
Juice
beautiful.
WRLD
So did X.
genre.
They're both, multi-talented. They are beyond their years. But they you can put them in a fucking, you can say, hey,
I mean, I can't
this is an emo
say it
trap.
with
This is emo,
Emo trap.
Emo pop, whatever the
Okay.
fuck. There's nothing wrong with being in a genre. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a whole misconception,
people don't like it.
but that's because they're fucking divas.
I ask
That's because
every
they're
single
divas.
artist, almost every single artist who
Because
I
they're
interview,
divas.
what is it? And they
Divas.
don't like.
They
They're
don't-
like, I have no genre.
That's some fucking stupid.
They don't like,
goofy-
especially now.
shit.
Especially now, people don't like to be in a genre because, like, I know a lot of people who will make a metal song one day, a hip hop song the next day, a pop song the next day,
You just
and they're not gonna.
Those are all genres.
I know, but they're not saying that they, as a musician, are in one
Yeah, you're
particular
not
genre.
pigeonholed, but those
Yeah.
are genres.
But you're not one genre. Anyway,
Isn't it?
agree to
Like
disagree.
Artist itself.
Multifaceted. That's
The fact that we have this argument is good. Like, it shows that we're
It's
passionate
healthy.
about music.
It's
you know?
healthy.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
no.
do you guys have any projects coming up that you're doing together?
I have so many unreleased songs. I don't
Oh shit!
He makes like
The lexicon.
of songs and just
Yes,
fucking
sir.
release them,
Yeah. I need to start releasing music. I just kind of sit on a lot of
Mhm.
stuff, and I don't know. Oh, is this the right time? What if it doesn't blow up?
Yeah.
Huge workforce. Well, I do have an album out. I just dropped my
tell
Hell
us
my
yeah.
last EP, Hell EP Volume 2, and that came out October 28th, but I'm still kind of like promoting it right now. Still working on my new shit, but y'all go check that out. It's like
Check it
my
out.
best shit to date right now.
Yeah. I'm
We
excited
also
to
got
hear
our
it.
Gin album, Gin Volume 1, which is also out. That came out
Word.
December 21st.
On all platforms,
Yeah,
or-
all platforms. Yeah. Check that out too.
What's
That's us, me, Solex, Drop Dead Prxtty, who else? Banshee Kid, and Lemon Vice. Yeah, how could I forget Lemon Vice, dude?
Y'all got any shows coming up? Like,
Yeah, we actually we got a few shows coming up. We got one on May 26th with
Okay.
228 Gallery,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
we got one on June 23rd with Mano Occulta.
Okay, word.
So-
yeah.
I still have not
Yeah.
been there. April 1st, I'm going there.
Oh, that one, it's a really dope venue.
Very
They just
good
like
venue.
they got
Spot is
really good
dope.
food.
Mhm.
Yeah, really
They
good
got really
tacos.
good food. Shout out
That's
the food.
important. That's
Shout out the
important.
food.
Good food, good tequila, good music.
Solex and Black Cat up in this bitch. You already know.
Can you shout out
Jam.
your social medias one more time?
Yeah. So mine's Black Cat with 2 L's .m4a.
My Instagram's at LoSoulX, LALSOULX.
And then
Yes,
our
sir.
join one is jinj1nn.666 because it was already taken with an I. So
There you go.
yeah,
I mean,
follow
yeah,
all that.
fucking,
Oh,
yeah.
and
Give them a
last plug, my
follow.
band is
Yeah,
The
where
Usual
you fit in.
Suspects. That's The Usual Suspect.
Okay.
That can't talk. Usual Suspects.pdx.
Yeah. We on the scene. That's right. Alberta Abbey.
Flow Show,
That's
baby,
right.
Volume 19.
We're here with.
Marvel.
Marvel, nice to meet you,
bro. Thank you for coming
Meeting
out.
a lot of new artists,
That's
like
right.
who I haven't met anyway. Like
We got a lot of eclectic looks out here. We love it. We love to see the
We like
niggas
the
dripped
looks.
up. I haven't seen this much drip in Portland in many years. So
I
love to see it,
know,
man.
we've
We
been
love to see it,
lacking
man.
that
Of course,
so
it's many
appreciate
artists
it.
out in Portland. I never really seen that many artists out here.
Are you from out here too, or?
Yeah, well, I was born in Port-au-Prince. and so
Oh,
I
oh,
came
shit.
out
Where's
here.
that at?
Haiti.
Yeah, man. Okay, shout out. Yo, shout out Haiti, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
of
bro.
course.
When did you move here, or when did you move from there?
I was young. I was probably about 2 or 3 years old. So when
Okay.
I came out here, I was just bouncing around. So
Yeah.
I can't really claim nothing,
Yeah.
more than Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, that's fucking hard,
Yeah.
though.
But
Yeah.
I've been out in Oregon.
But
for a while.
honestly,
I've been out
like
in Oregon
people
for-
trying to represent, but really like you're worldwide, universal, and that's even better. You know,
Yeah, global. That's what I'm saying, man.
international.
Global,
Yep.
like-
So is it? So you said this is your first time performing at the Flow Show?
This is my first time.
What do you think
performing
about
at the Flow Show. It's dope.
It's dope.
It's dope that we brought this many artists,
Yeah.
from Portland
Mm-hmm.
in, with each other to all vibe. You know what I mean? And
Very communal,
Politic.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. No, because you
It's,
get to meet so many good people. And
it was cool. It actually is really genuine out there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, I
People
say it's love. It's all love. Like, you
People
know,
are showing
Yeah.
love, and that's
Yep.
what it's about.
It's all about community here.
Yeah.
Random question: if you were locked in a room for 10 days, which artist would you choose to be locked in that room with?
Locked in a studio.
It's not just about. Well, just a room with nothing in it except for food
that's
and
not,
water.
that's
Okay, or studio, whatever. You're locked in a room. It's not just about the music, but it's about the personality too. You know what I mean? Who would you choose, living or dead? musician?
It's a tough one. That's a
That
tough
is a
one.
What
tough
about you?
one.
Well,
Think
you know,
about
if I was gonna get started, you know,
Let's go.
we had it earlier, like the motherfucker was talking about Jimi Hendrix and shit. Cause like I would like to be around artists that I could pick their brains, you know, type shit. So like,
Honestly?
you know, Jimmy probably.
I say
weird
Megan Thee
shit.
Stallion because I'd be entertained. I
Nigga,
feel like we be
you a fucking
twerking.
hornball. That's why.
I think,
Yeah.
I
twerking,
think
like-
I think I'd want to politic with MJ.
Word.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I think I just.
Oh,
I think
100%.
I just want to pick
Okay.
his brain. You know, he's just
King of pop,
superstar.
man. Yeah, man. That's a
You know
rock
what I mean?
star,
So, like, I just
superstar
wanna-
through
Pop,
and through.
rock star, superstar. Yeah.
So that brings me to my next question. You know, who are you like your biggest musical influences and stuff? Like, who do you know try to emulate, or who was important for you growing up, type shit?
Emulate, not too many people.
Not to me.
Trying to
Yeah,
be
yeah, just be
yourself,
yourself.
I,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm versatile. I can say that for myself.
What about influence though?
Influence wise,
yeah.
Wyclef Jean.
Yo, Wyclef Jean, man. Yeah,
we haven't heard that one yet.
we love
but
Wyclef, man.
Yeah, appreciate
When I was-
Wyclef.
It was a big
I
one for
was
me when I
probably-
was younger too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was probably 8 years old.
Yeah.
I got brought on stage out here in Portland
Uh-huh.
with Wyclef.
Oh
I
wow.
didn't even
Okay.
know what was
Oh,
going on.
shit.
y'all.
Because he's Haitian, right?
I'd be
He's
crying.
Haitian. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
wild, man. Yeah.
It was sparked something.
Yeah, I mean, as it should, man. That's
Yep,
yeah.
you're like, okay, this
if
is
it
what
sparks
I
something, I'd be
would've-
worried, you know.
Be on stage more. Yeah,
That's
for
wild,
sure.
man. Wyclef, shout out Wyclef Jean, man.
So, what is the music scene like where you're from? Do you know? Have you been
Porter
back to?
Yeah.
Hey, no, I went back when I was like 6, 7, but it ain't. I mean, it ain't. I don't know back there and there. I don't know.
What type
but,
of music
You
do
know,
people listen to there?
shit, I don't even know.
Yeah, that's
I know.
what.
I know Kodak Black. You know.
Yeah. He's
You know,
Asian. Yeah.
He puts on for them. You know, many other artists, but like I don't know. But they probably listen to what we listen to.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. Is,
Maybe.
the influence is probably
That's
American.
Probably what
Yeah.
they're trying to understand and
Right.
try to vibe with. They're probably all on TikTok and some more shit. But I heard over there it's pretty tragic. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it's
Like-
pretty fucking decrepit. It's not taken care of. It's fucked up. It's really, you know, it's not the best living situations over there. But you know,
Right.
hopefully they can find
It gets
some
better.
peace and solace in the shit that goes on in the United States and look up to other niggas doing it big. So you know,
Yeah, we're not perfect over here, but you
Definitely
know,
not.
we're also like,
Nah,
you know, I don't
Yeah.
know,
of course.
got some clean streets here and there. But
Yeah.
what? Okay, so if you can change anything in the Portland music scene, what would it be?
If I could change anything in the Portland music scene, it'd be, you know, well, for me personally, what I see a lot is, people kind of like how you said would imitate, you know, somebody.
Yeah,
I feel like
copycat
that's
stuff.
I feel like that's I see
Yep.
a lot of that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like people don't try different
Step out the
things
status
because
quo,
they
yeah.
feel like they might, you know, with vulnerability. That's
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah.
And with my music, I try to just
they play it safe. I always say people play it safe.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah, you guys
that's
see
okay to
the-
play it safe.
Step out
Yeah,
the
yeah.
box,
You can do that.
break that
There's
bubble.
levels to this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, but you
Play
know,
it safe.
yeah, play it
There's
safe.
levels
Do
to
you?
this.
Yeah.
But not gonna be me.
Exactly.
I'd live on the edge.
Exactly.
One last question. What do you got coming up in the near future?
Yes,
for music?
projects.
We got a project, Daisy's Not Roses.
Daisies Not Roses.
Okay, all right, yes,
That's an
sir.
album,
That's
a
That's a
single.
little EP project. It has about six tracks on there.
All right.
word,
Well, we'll
okay.
be looking out for that. How can we find
Yes,
you on
please.
social media so we can keep up with you? on
Marvel
that?
TG on IG. I have my link tree on all there. So you'll
Yes,
be
sir.
able to-
Yes, sir.
We're at the Flow Show, Volume 19.
That's right.
On the scene with Addicts over here.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up,
Yes,
Addicts?
sir.
How are you? How
How
you
you,
living?
man?
I'm good.
This is your first flow show? Is this the
Nah,
first-
I've been doing flow show ever since like a couple months now, like 9
Word,
months or
okay.
some shit.
Okay.
All right, hell yeah. So you're a veteran now. You're a flow show veteran.
Almost.
Yes, sir.
I'm like amateur.
Yeah,
Couple
not
more
not
months.
quite-
Couple
not
more
quite.
months.
Pro am maybe.
Yeah.
yeah. So are you from Portland or?
Nah, I'm from McMinnville. So it's
McMinnville,
like, it's like an
word.
hour away.
Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah,
It's like by the
I grew up
coast.
out here, you know.
Like the Plain Museum Water Park, right? Up there? Yeah, I still
That
need to
shit
go
got
to
shut
that.
down, like, and then
What?
reopened
Oh,
and
yeah,
shut
because of
down,
COVID.
reopened.
Yeah. Yeah, I still need to go there.
Is there like what's like? Is there a music scene out there? Like what's like? do you
I know
do you
like
have to come
maybe
out
like
here?
2 artists.
Two artists? Is there, like,
There's not
shows or
really,
anything?
there's not really a
There's,
lot
like,
of culture
open
out there,
mics, but,
honestly. Like,
There's nothing really
Yeah.
else out there. But there's a studio there that like I just found out about. so
Word,
that's
okay,
dope.
all right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Shout out
do
Austin
you live
House.
there right now?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
live in McMinnville? Okay, word. Dope.
so you come like every week or like
Yeah,
for
almost like
shows.
every weekend.
It's really not that far away, honestly.
Yeah,
and
no,
like
an
you're
hour's
close
not
enough
bad.
to the coast and like close enough to Portland where it's probably a good spot for you.
Yeah, it's like a good middle.
Yeah. So where do you get your inspiration to make your music?
So my homie Big Graham passed away.
Yeah,
fuck,
shout out Big
R.I.P.,
Graham.
bro.
Yeah.
Big Graham, that's the boy, man.
He
Yeah.
like really pushed me to like
We love Big
get
Graham
to where I
out
am.
here.
Like he gave me a lot of advice and motivation. Because when he
Yeah.
came on the scene,
Yeah.
I was still out there not doing shit with my music.
Yeah.
He wanted me to come out here with him.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since he passed away, I've just like been pushing towards like
So he
Yeah,
kind
you
of like
should,
push you
man.
to be more serious about your music.
yeah. Most
Okay.
He definitely like influenced me, like just like you know, I only met him like, you know, whatever, a year and a half ago or whatever. And like he came to my studio, shout out Page Street, and he was doing we had this event called Cypher Saturdays, and I heard him live and I was like, bruh, this motherfucker can spit
And he doesn't stop. Bro.
He's
If
a
you tell him
realist.
to stop, he won't stop.
He was so real. And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I need to work with you right now.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to work. I was like, I'll fucking produce a whole album for you for free, bro. And we were supposed to work. But, you know, then he passed. And
Yeah, like I really saw like, you know, like a future for him, and it was just really, I didn't really know him, honestly. Like I knew him from the music scene, but like you could see that, you know, he had a future ahead of him. So it was just like very sad to see that.
He was going to go all the way.
But it sounds like he really influenced a lot of local artists and just like, you know, not just music artists, but artists in general in the music scene. So he left a legacy behind.
He did. He really did. He's left a everlasting impact. And,
I mean, shit, everybody out there with KG.
Yeah.
James.
I don't know nobody that's not been like in this scene that's not been affected heavily by Big Ram.
Nobody hates him either.
Yeah, exactly. I know what I'm saying. He's
because
just
all he had was love.
Yeah.
He got no
All
haters.
love. All love. Very talented individual. So, what is next for you? What are you like working on? You got any projects? Like,
I have an album hopefully dropping
All right, word.
April 20th.
you got a name for it?
There's a lot of
So I'm
artists
stuck
dropping
between two.
albums
He's
in
stuck between
April.
two.
I'm
All
excited
right.
about
It's
it.
either gonna be Leave Me Alone
Leave me alone.
or Addict's Return.
Addict's
I'm
Return.
debating.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
What's the vibe? So what's like, you know, what I don't want to pigeonhole you at all, but like if you were to, you know, give it a genre or give it a vibe, what would the vibe be? Is it dark? Is it light? Is it trappy? Is it like
I would say it's like definitely mixed genre.
okay.
Back then I used to make
You're
like
taking my
type
question that I don't answer and that I don't ask anymore because I'm like everybody hates it. Like when you like try to put them in a box, you know.
That was not that. All right. Well, I said, you
No, I
know.
definitely
saying-
like to experiment. And
No, I still ask
expand
that
my
question
sound a
because I'm
lot.
like I like to hear what people have to say, even though most people are like I'm not in a genre, you know.
Yeah.
No,
But-
how would you describe it? You know,
Yeah,
so
like
people
how,
ask me
like
I
no.
describe my
It's
music.
interesting to hear like how the artist would describe it for real. But from what I've heard of your music, it's kind of like a mix between like lo-fi, like hip hop, like I don't know if I would say punk, but like because it's not like the punk that you hear, but it's like a punk vibe to it. So yeah,
I definitely have a lot of influences too with like bigger
Yeah,
artists,
who?
like,
I would actually. Yeah, who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
I love
yes.
Shout out Jonathan Davis.
Yes.
Fun and
Yeah.
all
Love
those,
that.
all of them.
Wait. So
I'm still trying to go to a corn show. Like
We went to Corn one
Could you
time.
run?
I was
run it back?
invited
What are-
like
what are
very
your-
recently.
What are your biggest
I didn't
influences? Who are your biggest like? Who the artists? Like what artists do you look up to and you try to like emulate?
Puya definitely.
I love Puya, man.
Like
Puya.
Puya, Suicide Boys. I like
Yeah,
to listen
yeah.
to them all the way. And, like,
As I said earlier, a fun little fact about me: I was in the Suicide Boys Paris music video.
oh shit, that's
yeah.
goated.
I was too. I was too.
I was on
Okay.
stage with them and shit,
You
bro. That
love-
shit was fucking.
yeah.
That shit was live as fuck. So much fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
But yeah,
Yeah, so Puya, fucking Suicide Boys,
like a lot of underground
Corn.
like Bones. I
Bones,
listen
I love
to a lot of
Bones.
like boom bap artists like Red Zed.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
a lot of Tara Reid too.
Word.
Hell yeah, yeah. I
just
love
like
to
to mix
read.
around with, like, my
Yeah.
sound.
Hell yeah.
If you look
For
at my
sure.
playlist, it's like so all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same, bro.
It'll be
I
like
have
a really
so many
depressing
different
song.
playlists. I'm like, this is sad boy. This is
I'm like American
hip hop.
football, and then like
so
fucking
many
Thousand
different
Man,
ones.
Sound Stamp,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
yo, like.
So, random question: if you were like the only man going to the moon, and you can choose one artist to take with you, who would you choose? Any artist, living or dead? Who's gonna like
To collaborate, to work.
start the fucking culture on the moon? Like, who would it
Big
be?
motherfucking Graham.
Okay.
All the way.
Yo, straight up. Yo,
Okay.
shout out
Shout
Big
out.
Graham again. Long live Big Graham.
And why? Why do you say that?
He's just close.
You already know. You
And I
already
feel
know.
Like, I feel like we would grow so much if he was still here and like I was
Yeah.
doing what I was doing. He was doing
That
what
motherfucker was beyond talented. Like he's one of the goats. If you ask me, like producing, rapping, like just overall energy, like I've not heard a lot of people in person and just been like, God damn. So
Yeah.
R.I.P. Big Graham, one of the best to ever do it. Long live Big Graham, for
Yep.
sure, for sure.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us,
Yes, sir.
addicts.
Yes,
I've been
sir.
Carissa Dez
I'm pretty fucking Leon.
on the scene at the Flow Show, Volume 19, baby.
That's right. We out here.
Cheers!
Yes,
Can't wait to
sir.
see what you
Yes,
have.
sir.
And can you shout out your socials one more
Yeah,
time?
get your
y'all can
socials.
follow me on Instagram at Addict Official.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
my
sir.
music links is Addict. That's ADDIXT.
Are y'all
And you
serving
have a-
Fago over
and you
there?
have
Y'all
a-
serving Fago?
And you, and you have a music
I
video
love that
with
shit, man.
Two
That's
Flights
fucking
that
dope.
I just did an interview with him and saw that music video, and the song was great.
April 1st?
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
April
show
1st
coming
show at
out,
Nano Culta. It's,
April
80s
Fools.
prom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I have the perfect dress, so I'm gonna be popping
I was
out.
gonna show up naked.
Weird. as fuck.
That's what I was gonna do. Like you stole my fucking outfit
Yeah,
choice.
I
but
stole everything from you.
It's all
right?
good.
King Warren, how you doing, y'all?
King Warren, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you been on the Flow Show before?
I have not actually. This is my first time.
Your
here,
first
so,
time? Okay,
yeah.
okay. What do you think about it?
It's cool. Everybody's bringing their own energy to the stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot different than I grew up in New Orleans, so everybody, I ain't gonna say we all the same, but we all came from the same energy. So it's cool to see a different type of energy in a different city. You know what
You
I
say
mean?
you grew up
Yeah.
in NOLA?
I grew up in New Orleans.
Word,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
Shout out Baton
straight
Rouge.
up.
Yes, sir.
Straight
Yes,
up,
sir.
man. Yo.
How is the music scene different here in Portland than it is there?
Yeah.
Down there is very more like, I won't say it's more
Technical
nitty
bands?
gritty, but everybody want to be the next Lil Wayne out there. So
From the mud.
I like
everybody,
that. I like
I
that
love
shit.
Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is one of my first influences when it comes to rap. You know what I mean? So
Going to the moon with Lil
everybody
Wayne.
wants to be the next Lil Wayne. They all want to do like that hard thug shit and do all this, all that.
Yeah.
Out here in Portland, you know, it's a completely different music scene. You see an artist, you don't know what they finna bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure.
So it's cool to see that kind of energy out here. That's what I love most about Portland is everybody's different. Everybody does their music different. Every producer is different, and it's so cool to see.
It's a melting pot for sure. We got thug niggas, we got punk niggas. You know,
You got
all
everybody.
different kinds.
You got niggas like me that grew up in the hood that want to sing like some pop shit. So it's cool to see. It's
I
cool
love
to see.
that shit. That's what
Exactly.
I love nothing more than somebody who can express their true selves. You know, it's like
Exactly.
you don't need to
That's-
prove yourself to anybody.
That's what's
like,
great
you
about
wanna do what
Portland.
you gotta do.
Is like
Exactly.
you can like rap hard one day and then the next day you come out with some like fucking poppy ass Britney Spears shit. Nobody's gonna blink an eye.
Nobody's gonna say nothing. They're gonna be like,
If
okay,
that shit goes
switch
hard, then it goes hard. Like
Yeah.
it don't even matter what the fuck it sounds like. Like I will fucking listen to anything if it's hard. I don't care what
Exactly.
genre it is,
Exactly.
man. So
Britney Spears goes hard. So why do you think that Lil Wayne is like people are trying to be like Lil Wayne? What's so good
Because
about
you know,
him, in
Lil
your
Wayne,
opinion?
Lil Wayne's
I'm gonna
dope,
just say
man.
Lil Wayne is the hardest nigga to ever, excuse my language, but Lil Wayne is the hardest one to
Yeah,
ever come out of Louisiana. Like, you know, you got
Straight up.
NBA YoungBoy, you got Kevin Gates, you got all them, but Lil Wayne is the one that changed the game periodically with his flow and his wordplay and all that. Like
Hot Boy's legendary group,
nobody
man.
is stopping Lil Wayne in his prime. You heard me? So everybody is trying to match that. Like, okay, how can I make this word sound like this, and how can I make this flow sound like that? Like, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to do Rich as Fuck, and everybody wants to do She Will, the one with Drake and all that, but nobody wants to step out of their comfort zone and do something different. Like, you know, you don't see a lot of niggas down south doing like drill beats like I do, or anything else like this. So it's like I said, it's cool, but it's not cool because it's like, okay, I can fuck with this. I'm gonna bump this with my windows down and all this, all that. But at the same time, you bumping the same
nothing
song
new.
over and over and over again. You heard me? So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's cool to be a product of your environment, but you also gotta like step out of your comfort zone and do something new. You know, go
Exactly.
against the grain and be something different. You know, because it's like you're not gonna stand out if you want to actually make an impact. You gotta stand out amongst the crowd. That's what he
Exactly.
did.
You can't-
That's what Hot Boys did. You know, it's like
exactly.
that's,
You can't stay in one lane. You know,
there's nobody like
if you
them,
speeding down the freeway, you're not gonna stay in one lane the whole time. You're gonna swerve. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
that's how I look at music. It's
Yeah.
like I'm gonna swerve a little bit this way, I'm gonna swerve a little that way, but I'm gonna get to where I'm going. You hear me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's less traffic in your lane. You know?
Exactly.
It's like,
Exactly.
and if your lane is multiple lanes, then
Listen,
do what
and
you
if it's
gotta
traffic,
do.
just drive at night.
Yeah.
You hear me?
It's like, I'm saying, man.
So you said that you
The
like
night
Lil
show.
Wayne and you think that he's popular because he's bringing something different. He's unique. What do you think that you bring to like new to the table? Like, how are you unique from other
Well, like
artists?
I said, it's like you don't see a lot of people hopping on drill beats because it's very, very, very East Coast. And, you know, my mom's side of the family, they're from Philadelphia, so
Oh, word, yeah.
so you don't see a lot of people. They scared to hop on drill beats because you got to come with this grit,
come hard,
this
yeah.
grit. You got to come like you know. And a lot of people they scared to hop on drill beats, and drill beats is my favorite type of beats. Like I ain't even gonna lie.
You can't-
I don't
I've
know a lot
never
of them
heard a
because I
bad
can't
drill
find them. But
Same,
but
actually.
that's one thing. Like you're not gonna hear a lot of drill beats, like especially tonight. No offense to none of the artists here, because like I said, they all dope.
I mean,
but
I'm waiting for those.
You're
drill
not
beats.
gonna hear a
you
lot
don't
of
see a
drill.
lot of drill out here, so I love drill. Like that's my favorite beat. Those are my
Yeah.
top favorite type of
I think
beats.
people are intimidated by it.
I mean, as
It's
you
like you gotta come with this extra hardness and just
gotta
like
come correct, man.
if you just feel the beat and just write you know, that's what I did with my song. Like I just wrote how I would say it. Like
You'll get lost in the beat. Like you'll get lost in the
I
song.
don't
The beat
think
will
you
take
can.
over if
You
you're
gotta be
not
like
hard enough.
8 decibels above like average if you want to drill, but you gotta be like, you know, you
Or else it's
can't
gonna
be
slow,
like,
the beat's gonna
hey,
slow
I
up.
went and did this
I
thing,
listen,
and then
I
I did
listen to a
that.
lot of Pop Smoke and I listen to a lot of Fabio Foreign.
Yeah.
So when I got my first drill beat, I'm like, okay, Fabi, that's my nigga right there. So how would he say this? Like,
Yo, man, that shit is so smooth, man. I love that shit. Like, I love drill like so much. Like, is that what the music that you listen to mostly? Like
a lot of drill, yeah. Like if you hop in my car, I'm either gonna play Fabio Foreign or I'm gonna play
Yeah,
Pop Smoke.
yo, I love Fabi,
Everything
man.
else, if it plays, it plays. But you're gonna hear a lot of them. You're gonna
Yeah.
hear a little what's his name? 2Gs, like,
Yeah,
you know, all that. Like I love East Coast drill
Do
beats.
you like Mabu? Do you fuck with Mabu, the little white boy?
Oh yeah,
Dusty Lil'
yes,
Kane and
yes.
Mabu, yeah.
See, that's crazy. I know him as white boy, but yeah.
Yeah.
When he starts playing, I'm like, that's my white boy right there.
Mabu's crazy, bro. I think it's
Yeah.
so funny. I love Mabu, man. I'm like, man, I want to hate this dude, but he's hard. Like,
No,
he
that's not
comes
even what I
hard.
said. I heard it. I said because I thought it was Fabio. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was Fabio, so it just hopped on Pandora one day. I was like, you know, I was digging. I was like, okay,
I could never
okay.
snitch.
I started
That's on
adding this to
my
my playlist.
kids.
I said, well, I can't find this. On Pandora, I'm like, oh damn, it's a white dude.
He's just like a fucking little
like, okay.
proper ass, dapper ass little white boy.
Man, yeah,
Shit go hard, man.
he do.
So, which artists influenced you growing up to make your own music?
Very heavily, like, first of all, I grew up with I grew up with my grandma. She was very like Mississippi Mass Choir. She listened to a lot of like old school gospel.
Gospel, yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
And then my mama, she listened to a lot of like
R&B.
I'm gonna just say it like this. You know the women that listen to that music and their baby daddies ain't shit. Like she listens
Oh,
to
it
Keisha
is-
Cole and
Yeah,
Monica
yeah,
Brady, all that. And then my stepdad,
yeah,
you know.
like that.
shit out. Like,
Yeah. Like, oh, I should have cheated. Like, yeah, hurt, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, she listened to a lot of that growing up. My stepdad, you know, happy birthday to my stepdad too. It's his birthday tonight, so
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, but he listened to a lot of like AC/DC, Metallica, and all this, all that.
okay,
So I
yeah,
never really
yes,
had
sir.
like a heavy influence. It was just like I listen to what I listen to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, same.
But my dad, he was the first one. He introduced me to like my very first rap artist ever was when T.I. released Rubber Band Man.
Oh shit!
So and that was my favorite hip
I
hop
was
song
listening to
ever.
that song today, actually.
Yeah, I was like maybe like 12 when I first heard it, and I was walking around middle school like Rubber Band Man. Wow,
that shit.
Teachers
T.I.
looking at me
was
like,
so
you
hard.
even know what that song is about? No, I just know he got rubber bands. Like,
I was saying, man, when T.I. you see me in the streets, nigga, yo, know
Exactly.
me. Bro,
And then
I was like fourth grade, just like,
yep.
Everybody, me and my other girlfriends, my 16-year-old friends wanted to wife him. Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
music,
Not
like
anymore.
his style, like he looks the same. He's still
He's
making
so
music.
cool.
you
He's
know?
like
he's
always
still so cool.
He's always been so fresh. He's always been so cool. Like, you know, he's just him 100 rounds. So I've always been influenced like T.I. After T.I. came around, that's when Lil Wayne started popping off his big one.
Yeah.
My stepdad or my dad, he was really big on like Jay-Z too. So I've always been cool with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So I would say like them three would be like my main influences, but I've been influenced by everything my whole life.
got
Like
a lot of territories then. Like,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
New
yeah,
York,
you know,
you
you
got
got-
Philly, you got fucking the South. You know, you got everything.
And then you know what's crazy? I started rapping when I started going to my first house parties out here, and they listened to a lot of like Mozzie and YG.
Yeah,
So when I first started
Mozzie.
rapping, like when I first started writing my raps, I was trying to rap like Mozzie. I was like blah da da. A whole lot of money, da, 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 da. And I was like, you know, so I've been influenced by
We love
everything.
Mozzie
Like
out
whatever. Like if I hear a beat, I'm just going, okay. If he was on this beat, okay, and then if he was featured, what would he say? Like I've always been influenced by like it'll be anything. Like even like if I get a pop song, I'm be like, how did NBA YoungBoy would say this? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just influenced by what I listen to.
Yeah,
It's so good
100%.
to be, I mean, and it's so good and also natural to be influenced by somebody and like try to replicate their music, but then like, you know, just having that, like making it a little bit unique and like making it your own, like
and
that's
that was the first thing I had to learn is like when I wrote my first song, I showed my cousin, as a matter of fact, shout out to Tierra, and she was like, it's cool, but was you trying to sound so West Coast? I'm like, what you mean? She goes, it sounds very, very Mozzie. And I'm like, so what do I do then? Like, whatever. So I started writing. It took like, well, I was like 18, so I released my first song when I was like 22.
Yeah.
So, you know, some years in there, it just started shifting. And then when I first got my first song, it was called True Colors. When I first got that, I was actually mad at my cousin when I wrote that, and I was just pissed at the world, so I wrote it.
Oh,
and
yeah, use
when
that
I showed
anger.
it to my cousin because she was the first person I was like showing music to like that. And my cousin's like, this sounds like you. Now you ready for the studio?
Yeah, now you can go out.
Let's go.
Now
Let's
you can
go.
out. Yes,
So
sir.
I try to make sure I keep that in mind. Like, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I'm heavy influence, but what's
Be
King
you,
Warren
yep.
and what's Kevin Gates? What's NBA YoungBoy? What's this? What's that? You know what I mean?
Yep. They're all individual people in their own right. They're all rock stars in their own right.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how can I, emulate that, take that energy, but then how can I make
like
it
bring
myself?
it all in and then make something that's
I'm
yours.
not-
Make sure it's still me though. Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing that now.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
thank you so much for talking with
Yes,
us.
yes,
At the
of
Flow
course.
Show.
Thank you for having me,
And
y'all.
maybe we'll see you at another Flow Show in the future.
Yes, of course.
Or
Of
any
course.
other
Yeah.
Yeah, or any other show. I'll probably see you around another show.
You got your
I've been-
socials?
I'll be around.
Oh yeah. I've been Carissa Dez,
That's pretty Leon.
and we are on the scene at the Flow Show. Do you want to
right.
shout your socials out?
All right. If you want to follow me on Instagram, everything is really at Real King Warren. So Real King Warren. Unless you want my Instagram, that's King with an X instead of an I. Warren. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Yo, we live at the Alberta Abbey. We on the scene with Carissa Dez and Prxtty Leon.
I'm Carissa Dez.
Yes, sir. I'm Prxtty Leon. And
we're
we
just-
here with
Gritty.
Prxtty.
Pretty
Yo.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Pleasure. Thanks for
man.
having
You
me.
just performed here at the Flow Show. What do you think?
It was great. I have only been to one flow show before, and that was over at the Olympian spot, the bar. So it was dope to see it in a new venue and
Yep.
see
Yep.
like the upgrades it's made. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
really dope.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
go.
So when you came to the last one, were you viewing or were you performing in it too?
Yeah, I just came to view, just check it out. So I'm not from Portland. I'm from a city called Federal Way, which is
Federal
in,
Way,
I
okay.
know, I know that.
Okay,
Federal
yeah,
Way,
yeah, yeah.
Washington.
So yeah, I'm from out there, and
Is that
I heard-
Washington?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
Okay,
Washington.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
by Seattle, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
A little
No,
south of
it's-
Seattle.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of in
Yeah.
between Tacoma and Seattle.
Word, okay,
Yeah,
word,
like-
word.
It kind of reminds me of
Point.
Tacoma. Like it's like a similar vibe, right?
Yeah, similar.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not too like city like. I mean, the coolest thing we got out there, we got a water park. So
Word.
it's only
Word.
six
Oh,
water
yeah.
park.
What's the
Oh,
water park?
yeah.
What's the
Oh,
Wild
wait.
Waves.
Wild Waves. I love
I've been
Wild
there.
Waves.
Yes.
there we go.
You've been
Federal
there.
Way.
I've been to Wild- I used to
go
Wild Waves all
there
the time.
every year when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
go Wild Waves all
It's
the
not the
time.
same, but, you know,
There,
still.
like,
Yeah,
float
yeah.
out, little floaty.
My little arm floaties.
Anyway, so what is the music scene like there in Federal Way, Washington?
And in Federal Way specifically, it's not. I wouldn't call it too much of a scene. There's definitely some key players who, like Seattle itself, has a sort of like
yeah.
scene, you know. And there's some people.
Yeah,
everybody
you
kind
can
of just
hear the
feeds into
sound,
it.
and
Yeah.
you know it's Seattle a lot of times. Like, you
Yeah, I
have
would
the
say
sound.
Federal Way does have a little bit more consistency. I would say like people like to keep it player smooth. It's like
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit
A
smoother.
little more
less
hood out
gritty.
there type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's just like people,
dingy.
a lot of people in Federal, Seattle's so big, you know, Federal Way, a lot of people grew up around each other and like party together. And so I think that plays into the vibe
Yeah,
of like what
yeah,
people
yeah.
make and the art that comes out of there. But
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so it, like the part you said, there's a lot of partying, and that's kind of what is like the kind of is part of the culture you said for the music.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
like, kind of inspires
yeah,
the
like
music.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people like to stick to stuff that would, you know, that get DJ spins and whatnot, which I think would set apart from, you know, Seattle has a lot of it's like hip hop roots, and like a lot of people do like classic or like boom bap and stuff like that. But like Fed has its own thing, and Fed just has a lot of talented people out there. Like there's a lot of people who are involved in the Seattle scene, but when you peel back the layer, they're actually from Fed, and they
Word,
and
okay,
so,
yeah.
which is cool.
I feel that. Like I can catch that. You know, is there like, do they have shows out there and stuff in Federal Way? Or?
Not really. There's not really any venues or anything.
Okay.
So
how big is? I'm trying to like.
It's not a small city. I mean, it's pretty big, but it's not like there's no, you know, it's like it's really just a commuter town, you know. So it's like it's kind of just in between the two big cities, it's Tacoma and Seattle. So it doesn't really.
Oh, it's between Tacoma and Seattle.
Yeah, just right in between.
Okay, so then so of course you feed into either city if you're gonna have something like bigger.
Yeah, but you know, and because it's right there, it's a bridge though. You know, like I would say Federal Way in a lot of ways is the glue to what goes on up there. So
yeah, you catch wind of everything that's going on in each different city and stuff.
So
you go.
I asked the last question. You can go.
Yeah. So like growing up in Federal Way and stuff, and like and being around, you know, being in Seattle, Washington, and that whole area, like who were like your biggest influences? Not necessarily from that area, but like who do you like, you know, try to emulate, or who do you grow up listening to? Because it's always interesting to hear from like people from the Northwest, because I feel like we listen to everybody out here. Like a lot of other territories, like in the South and the East, and like super West Coast, like Cali and stuff. They listen to certain artists, but like we listen to everybody because we don't really have like super pivotal, like big artists that came from, you know, where we at. So
I agree. I think there's not anything too specific. I would say definitely like there's a lot of West Coast influences because we're on the West Coast still. Even though they try to deny it, we're still out here.
Yeah, no, we West Coast. We West Coast, baby.
Sure. But yeah, no, I agree. Like a lot of people pick up influences from like I've seen it. I've been doing music out there for a while, so you'll see like as the trends come and go, you see people pick up different styles and whatnot. And when I started out, I was definitely of the same. But really, I mean, as far as musical influences go, it comes back to like the household and what people were living in when I was in, you know, my surroundings, and you know, and I had a pretty like multicultural household and upbringing. So I listened to just like pretty much every genre. A lot of my brother's from Compton, so I listened to a lot of West Coast hip hop from him. Me and my other brother, he just listened to 50 Cent, and 50 Cent's like one of my favorite rappers.
Oh yeah, no, 50, I love 50.
To me, but
growing up, man.
And then my sister, she listens to a lot of alternative stuff, a lot of rock, a lot of techno, stuff like that.
So you got a very eclectic, like you got a very broad spectrum of different sounds. And,
yeah,
and influencing you and shit. That's dope. That's dope. I love that.
And it bleeds into my music. You know, I definitely try to add my own twist on it and make it something that is identifiable. So when you're listening to a Gritty song.
What makes your music unique? What do you add to make it?
I would say a lot of it is the way I approach my writing. I would say like I try to keep it true to being gritty. Like I try to be as honest as possible and try to like you know, touch on topics that people don't really talk about. But also at the same time, if there's a consistent theme through our music, it's like I like to make bops. You know, something that gets your head bobbing. Something that's, you know, like I said, you know, something you can play at the party. Like I'm very, you know, if I, you know, I'm very much thinking about the room that my music is being played in. You know, and what setting it is. So I would say if there's a consistency, it would be that, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, try to keep it player, a little sexy, you know.
Like that. So
we
love that.
Throwing that little sexy smoothness. I have one last question for you. But they slammed that door and I just forgot my question. Sorry. Do you have one more question?
I have plenty of questions. But so do you like produce your own stuff, or like do you have a producer?
Oh yeah, I work with a producer. Actually, we grew up together. His name is Steven. I met him when I was in like the first grade.
I remembered. Okay.
And so we've been making music. He's from Seattle. He's from West Seattle, White Center area. I met him in the first grade, and we just kind of grew up making music together. And so he's actually here today supporting us.
Oh, word. Okay, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Steven Ultra. Yeah.
So my question is about like leaving a legacy. If you can change the music scene, like just worldwide, how would you change that? Like if somebody, like if that was like your main goal, how would you change the music scene?
Yeah, I think I just want people to have fun and make people dance. Like, I definitely have a story to tell, but at the end of the day, like my music didn't start resonating with me personally until I saw my crowd move and saw people, you know, grabbing partners and whatnot, and that really changed the way I thought about making music and what I thought I could do with it. And so, really, I mean, I think music is always should be fun, and so I just try to make it fun. And if I were to leave a legacy, I want people to know that like you can turn on some gritty, you can have a good time.
Yeah, have a good time. Here's some real shit, you know.
Oh yeah.
All the above.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you so much, man.
I've been Carissa Dez.
Really Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out your socials.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can check me out, Gritty Life, GRITTY Life on Instagram, Gritty GRXTTY on Twitter, and GRXTTY on all streaming platforms. So you can find me everywhere. Thank you.
Sounds good. Give him a follow. Yo. All right, we're gonna need some quiet in the audience out here because we got an audience watching. Because you know it's a live show.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, we out here. We live at the Alberta Abbey. We on the scene. It's pretty. You already know.
Carissa Dez.
That's right.
The Flow
We
Show
here
Volume
with-
19.
What's
With the
happening? What's
homie over
happening?
here.
KG King in this thing, man.
We out here with KGK.
We were
Nigga,
talking
Hornitos
earlier.
need to sponsor me on God.
All right, KGK, tell me your
Also,
deepest trauma.
Buzzballs.
You said what?
No, I didn't hear you.
Buzzballs.
I said, tell me your deepest trauma. No.
My
No, no, no.
deepest
No,
trauma?
because he's going to tell you.
my
He's about to
deepest
tell you.
trauma-
Oh no.
My deepest trauma
keep
was
it-
when I was
keep
in
it PG-13,
7th grade. I was in
tell
7th
us.
grade, right?
PJ-13.
And I was pissing. I was in the stall.
Or
Oh,
cheating,
God.
maybe not
I was pissing,
expected.
right?
I like where this is going. Actually, this is
yeah.
RP one of my partners, but I was pissing.
You're peeing
and this
next
is
to
back
him?
when like bullying was like still kind of like
Yeah.
acceptable and like cool, right? Like I wasn't no bitch, but like don't get it wrong.
Oh man,
He,
I
like,
already know
kicked
this.
the back of my legs,
Bruh.
and I ended up pissing on the side of my leg.
no.
So I had to go back into class with piss.
Did
Yes.
that
With
influence
piss
your
all
music?
on the side of my motherfucking
Bruh,
legs.
Do you feel
Nigga.
like that? Okay, I just want to say like
That's happened to me, bro.
I have similar.
Why
Not
you poking me
similar
with
to
your
that,
heel,
but
miss?
like,
Why you poking me with your
but
heel?
I have memories that are ingrained in my mind. Not like exactly like that, but just like embarrassing shit. And I feel like that's kind of shapes me as a person. Do you feel like that has like influenced your music? You know, 'cause it's like one of those things that you'll never forget, right? When you're peeing, you probably think about it.
Nah, but I just want to say that I mean that was just one of my funny memories, and it sounded like they're going crazy out there. But yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, you
like,
were just performing. How was it?
that shit was amazing.
Yeah, no, you got that shit live as fuck, bro. That shit
I
was.
appreciate it.
Yeah, we were in here listening. I was like, that shit's live as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who that is.
I really
Yes, sir.
appreciate that. But yeah, man. No, so I don't think about peeing when I'm doing certain things. I don't. It
Good.
doesn't
I'm
affect me
glad.
that
Wait,
way.
you just came back from Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I drove
here's
40
the
hours.
thing.
I drove 40 hours.
Here's the thing. I met you that like when you were just visiting Portland, you were doing a couple shows with the homies, and you were like, I have to catch, I can't stay up too late. We were partying. You're like, I can't stay up too late, too crazy, because I'm gonna miss my flight. And I was like, you know what? You should just stay in Portland. Like the music scene is great here. You already have great connections here, and then you ended up staying. I have it on video. I have it recorded. Me telling you that. Yeah, I was looking at it today actually. But anyway, and then you went back to Atlanta to take care of business, and then you just came back a couple days ago.
I did, yeah. I mean, I've only been here
'Cause
for
you
probably
missed
like
us.
5 days. And I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fucked
Yeah.
with the scene in Portland. In Atlanta.
People are very welcoming.
Thank you. Right. No,
For
y'all
to
are.
some people, like
Y'all are.
especially great musicians. Like I saw this guy,
Great.
like I said, like yes,
She's
yes,
so
and I don't say
Hey,
that
y'all see the
lightly.
ice?
I don't say that lightly
That's right,
because
Shamrock
like the
Gang.
first night that we
Ice.
hung out, we were in a studio
rock.
and you just came up with songs
I
and
did.
you were like,
And you
then
were
you
there.
fell asleep right afterwards.
I did.
You're like, here we go.
I made heat.
No.
I made
It was
heat.
beautiful.
No, whenever I do
music.
anything great,
and
I'm
then I
just
look
like-
over and you're passed out. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, he just put all of his energy into these two
No,
songs, and
that's
now
how you know you really put
and then
everything
he was
forward.
asleep the rest of the night.
Rockstar
Yeah,
life, man. But
in
yeah.
a chair with everybody else in the same room.
Nah,
So,
but like, Atlanta
cheers.
is different. Yeah, cheers. Atlanta, it's more like, you got to know somebody that knows
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
that
yeah.
might know somebody
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
might be slightly big to like get you in on the show.
Yeah.
And so, that's why I came to Portland.
It's a hierarchy out there for sure. Like you got to
It's a
know
hierarchy.
two people.
Oh, God.
You got to
Yeah.
know the right
So it's
people.
like,
And,
in
and I always
Portland,
feel like
everybody
Portland
knows
has
everybody.
gatekeepers, but apparently it's worse in other
You can-
places.
you can
It's
break
worse
that
in a lot
down.
of places.
Yeah.
Portland, you can break them gatekeepers down because at the end of the day,
No, they're not. They're not
Portland-
real niggas usually.
I was just about to
We're
say
too
they're
easy
not
to
on
break
that type of
down.
time.
They're not on that type of
like,
time.
Portland,
we
you
need to be
can
the
definitely
gatekeepers
break
of
down the
Portland. We need to be
gatekeepers.
harder.
We need to be the gatekeepers. Nah, I ain't never
Okay.
gatekeeping, bro.
Never.
I got time to do that. That's a lot of work.
No, I'm all about like being inclusive, and if you're a good artist, like people are gonna know about it. Like I give everybody a platform. If people are gonna fuck with you, they're gonna fuck with you.
And that's
You know?
facts. That's
That's
facts.
facts.
That's on God.
Yeah.
That's right.
When did you
This
when did
year.
you start making music? How long have you been doing it for?
Oh my God. I've been on and off for the past year, but like consistently, I've only been making music for about 6 months, maybe almost like a year. Like I'm very
This
new.
nigga,
I'm
man.
very new.
You're like one of the
I
best
got
in
version
Portland.
music
You're like one of the
pennies.
best
I'm
in Portland. and
very
you've been
new.
making music
Nigga.
for
I got
a year?
version like fresh pop cherry
nigga.
music.
Wow.
Cherry.
well, maybe
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I'm
it's
right
like
there.
raw, and it's like you pop.
Well, maybe you just
pop
gotta-
that
it's not
cherry,
on you,
so
it's
like,
cherry,
it's
yeah,
just
the
like,
cherry gotta
That's
get
the
popped.
great Julian Outlaw always says. It's not on you, it's in
Love
you.
doing that.
It's in you.
Yes,
Oh, God.
yes. He
Right.
said
Oh,
that
God,
to
right.
us.
And I
Love
appreciate
that.
man.
Yep.
Shout out the boy.
Hey, so Leon, I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
All right. Oh, he's the interviewer now.
Yes.
Okay.
Put me in the hot seat.
I
Sorry,
just wanna
sorry,
say-
Leon.
Yes.
You're now
Is
in
it
the hot seat.
appropriate to skinny dip when it's 20 degrees outside?
100%. That
100%.
I am a big proponent of
Yeah.
skinny dipping at any different
I know.
occasion.
I know.
Any
Have
Have you
occasion.
ever heard of the Polar Bear Club?
Polar
Y'all heard
Bear
of-
Club. Polar Bear
Yeah,
Plunge? You talking about that shit?
Well,
What
it's
is
the
that?
club,
That's
and they
white
do the
people shit.
plunge.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Oh, God.
I've
That's
never
white
done
people
it,
shit.
but
Nah,
that's,
but you know about it. So
they jump in the
what
water when it's cold and there's snow and shit. That's so.
That's all it is to
it's
it.
acceptable.
But like, nigga,
That's
you
all
got
it
a
is.
No,
hot
we're
tub,
not
you got
judging.
some bad little shorties. You bad yourself.
Facts.
Skin dipping. It's cold outside. You got a hot
It's
tub.
legit. Yeah,
That's
why
ain't nothing
not?
better than that. That's all
Why
I'll say
not?
on that.
I appreciate that. Here, real.
Well, we got a couple artists on deck, so
Okay, for
unfortunately, we'll talk to you more later, of course. But one more question. What do you
What's
have
up?
coming up in the near future? What's in the near future for KG?
So the pharmacy is about to drop a
biddies.
crazy tape.
Oh, you're part of the
coming up very
pharmacy with
soon.
Chain,
Yes, Chain,
Jedi,
and Jedi,
New to
Chain and
Portland.
Jedi, Chain and Jedi. Yeah,
remember?
so the pharmacy got a crazy tape about
Wait,
to
that's what
drop.
we're supposed to do. We're supposed to dig in, right? Like, okay, so
Yeah,
we'll talk later.
well, because I didn't know if you knew like the whole feel on like what the pharmacy has going on now. So I
know.
wanted to say person's name that was not involved in the pharmacy.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Okay.
But realistically speaking, man, the
tea.
pharmacy
We got
got one
the
coming
tea.
out. I have a single coming out, and I have a small EP coming out, 3-song EP coming out, and I plan on dropping it around my birthday.
Okay.
May
Which
26th.
is?
All right, bet.
All right,
So,
wait,
everybody
does that
be
make you a Taurus or Gemini?
Gemini, baby.
Okay.
Gemini.
All right.
Oh, God.
Gemini.
But thank y'all
Double
for that.
Gemini.
I really appreciate that.
I'm a Leo, double Gemini, bro. I'm
a
basically a
triple
Gemini.
Wow, we're both.
So,
Cheers
I
to the
just wanted to
Gemini
say,
clan.
don't
I'm
have
basically a
any
Gemini too.
So yeah, man, shout out Dez, shout out Leon,
Yes, sir.
shout out Lucy Lou, shout out Row 3, shout out Pharmacy,
Hell yeah.
and shout out 503.
Shout out
baby.
James.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
All right, man,
Shout out
y'all
baby
be easy now,
James.
for sure.
Little baby James.
Hey,
Thank you
what?
so much.
Oh shit! Oh
This
shit!
is it.
Hey, oh shit, I fuck this bitch up right here.
Carissa
I'm about to
Dez.
wreck this whole damn interview shit right here, boy.
We're at the Flow Show,
Right.
Volume 19.
Yes. Introduce yourselves, yo.
Yo, it's Leeway Gutter. You already know what it is. Yo,
Can you
I'm
talk really
punching.
loud?
Talk louder.
Like, really loud.
It's Leeway Gutter.
Yeah, like
Yo, I'm punching. It's Leeway. Yo, I'm
Sorry?
punching. I'm punching. I'm punching.
Punching. Punching. And are you part of a group, like a collective kind of a thing?
Yeah, we part of Gutter Family.
Gutter Family. I
Gutter
like that.
Family Entertainment.
Are y'all from out here, or where y'all from?
Yeah, we from Portland, bro.
Word, okay.
From
We from
Troutdale type
Portland.
shit, that's
Troutdale, okay.
Rockwood, all that. Yeah, bro, we
Troutdale
step
in the
out here, bro.
building.
You know what it is.
Oh yeah. So how long y'all been like doing music and shit for? Like how long has your collective been together? How long you been?
Bro, me and my brother, my brother HB, we've been making music for since we were like 10,
Word. Okay.
11, 8 type shit. Like,
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
shit. So,
Yeah. Along your whole life though.
Yeah.
You know music more than you know.
It goes
anything
back
else,
like
man.
that. for sure.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah.
What about you?
I've been making music for about 7 years now. Malachi is my mentor. He's HB Gutter. He taught me pretty much everything I need to know.
That sounds
Yeah.
familiar. I think I follow HB Gutter on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, I'm more curious to hear. Wait, so wait, yeah. Can we, you can go man over here and say your shit. You can go over here.
Yeah, you the one who in this shit. Yeah, that's HB.
That's HB Gutter. Okay.
So you said y'all were from like Troutdale specifically, or like where were you staying?
Man, we really be everywhere. With
Everywhere.
It. It's Portland.
Worldwide, baby.
Yeah.
But,
You gotta be all.
But like
stuff.
to say where like we started and where we left, Troutdale, Rockwood, type shit.
Or okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
Have you been on the Flow Show before?
This is my first time personally. Yeah, this is my first time as well. Yeah.
no, y'all killed it. That was dope. I wish I was out there and we had to do another interview, but it sounded dope from where I was sitting and stuff. Like, so like, who would you say like Portland's an interesting place for like music and stuff because there's like no real sound yet. I would say there's like different artists that have come out of here that have like been really pivotal big artists and stuff. But like, who would you say like influences y'all the most and stuff? 'Cause I heard a lot of influences in your music. I heard a lot of different styles and stuff. So who would you say? Yeah.
We got Lil Wayne, we got Wiz, and for me, Juice WRLD. Hey man.
Oh yeah.
Hey man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta say it here. Wiz Khalifa, Wayne, bro.
Yeah.
Juice.
So how did you?
Standing over there, bro. Yeah, that's about it
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
So how did you get involved in the Flow Show? How did you hear about it?
Personally, just being, from Portland type shit. Like I've been connected in with the Flow Show for a minute, but
You were just coming to the events rather than performing at them. Okay.
Finally being able to come in and introduce myself and be able to step out and kick it and meet people from the Flow Show.
Yeah. Networking, appearing on the scene. You got to get in where you fit in. So do y'all like play shows in Portland like regularly, or like what? Is this like one of your first? Like in this scene, or like, cause I haven't really seen y'all around, but cause I be popping in, I'm at A&R and stuff, so I just all over the place and stuff. But y'all shit was really dope, so I want to like know where I can potentially see like more of y'all. And
we gotta start tapping in more.
Yeah. Okay, word. So
So are you just starting to like step in or step out more and network more?
Gutter Family, yeah, we've been on the same type shit. Like we've been doing shows since like 2015, 2016 when Uzi was stepping out. When Uzi, I'm talking 2016, 2017 when Uzi was stepping out here, we've been doing shows, but we just got to get out more. For real.
Yeah.
And individually, just got to step out. All individual artists got to, step out and really get more comfortable. We have a lot of young talent.
Y'all shit sounded tight. So like, I think you could probably get into with most shows. Like all it really takes is just like being like, yo, you got any room? You know, and like that's what I fucking did. Like when I started, I was like, yo, can I get on the bill? Like, what's up? You know, can I DJ? Can I do this? And before you know it, you build those relationships, and then you're out playing whatever the fuck you want to play. So that's just how you just gotta go out there, go out and get it.
So, if you were on the moon right now and you could take one artist with you, who would it be? Or if you were going to the moon?
I'm taking Wayne. I'm taking Wayne for sure.
Yeah. Wayne? Okay, I probably would too. He's entertaining.
Studio out there. What's the vibe?
You'll figure that out.
There's definitely a studio on the moon, and Wayne's gonna teach me how to punch in.
Moon-based studios. Who you bringing?
What about you?
Me? Wait.
If you were going to the moon and you could only bring one artist, who would it be? There's no artist yet there. Like, you're just starting a new colony and bringing one artist.
I'm out. This is tight as fuck this is tight as fuck. I like getting asked questions. First of all, I think Uzi. I say Uzi.
Okay. He's making the craziest bass up there, and y'all niggas is establishing a whole colony of lit ass niggas up there.
Like, I already know we'd make some fire. I wouldn't even have to say like we make some fire shit. I wouldn't. He'd know what we're doing.
Oh, he's a rock star. He's a legend, man. So bad.
What about if you were on a small island? What artist would you bring there? Because it's a little bit different. Like, you're just in like a small area, and you have to like figure out how to live on the island too. There you go. Bring the Island Boys.
I know you in the tropics. You want to bring Ice Spice? You want to bring Ice Spice to the moon base?
Who can you stand? Like, just you and somebody else. Who could you stand? Like, which artist could you stand being around?
Ice Spice or Coi Leray? Coi Leray.
Oh, yeah, I know. Straight up.
You said, what was the fuck?
If you're on like a small little island and you could only be like, you're there by yourself, but you can only be with one artist. Like, you're around them every day. Like, you're probably gonna get sick of them. But who could you stand to be on an island with? You think?
Ice Spice. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Ice Spice. I could never get bored. That's right.
Both of them said it. Yeah. What about you, Leon?
What about me? No, that's too petty. That's too petty. But I'm gonna be real.
Hi, Lil Yachty.
It's probably gonna be some financial. I don't know who, but they're right. They're on the right. They got the right idea. So that's all I'll say. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Oh, now we have to know now. Anyway, but this interview is not about you. What do you guys have coming up in the near future?
Project.
A lot of new music. A lot of new music.
What's the plan?
I'm actually I'm featured on his 4 or 5 times his deluxe. He just dropped his album.
Word, okay.
Yeah.
Yo, what's the you just dropped?
Yeah, I just dropped. It's called Sweep Me Off My Feet by Punch-In.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right, yo, check that out.
And can we find it everywhere? Like,
yeah, you can find it all streaming platforms and Spotify as well, or SoundCloud as well. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
Wait, let's see what Leeway's. What do you got coming up?
Oh yeah, I got I got this month a little EP coming out.
Oh, you got
called
an EP?
Unattached. Yeah, on the 24th for sure.
Nice. Check it out. Yep.
Unattached. Yeah.
Well, this has been On the Scene at the Flow Show, Volume 19. I'm Carissa Dez.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty fucking Leon, but you already knew that.
And
we got Punch-In. Punch-In, and we got we out. Gutter Family Entertainment. Yeah.
Shout out. Go give them a follow on social media. Yo. Yep.
We on the scene. We live. It's pretty. We at the fucking Alberta Abbey.
For the Flow Show.
Number 19. We here with.
I'm Carissa Dez and.
O2G.
Sorry?
O2G.
O2G.
Nice to meet you, bro. Nice to meet you, man.
Have you been on the Flow Show before?
Yeah. So this is my second time.
Okay. All right. Hell yeah.
I actually didn't even get picked this time. My homie got picked.
Okay.
I did a song with him, but he wasn't trying to come back here.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you're representing for
something like this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You're more than welcome. Yeah, you're
Who's
more
your
than
homie?
welcome.
His name Kid Bulu.
Kid Bulu. Okay. So you're his rep for tonight. Kid Bulu's rep, and for yourself, right? Yeah. Are you guys do you guys collaborate in music?
Oh yeah. We got a couple songs together for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Our styles are a little different though.
Okay, word, right. So like,
pull that a little bit.
Are you from Portland or where are you from?
So I was born in San Francisco.
Okay, cool. All right, from the Bay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Been living up here for a minute, like years, but just trying to bring it all together. You know?
Step out onto the scene, do your thing.
Like make out with that microphone.
Make out with it. No, but it's metering pretty,
Okay, we're good. We're good.
So
okay.
like when you were living in the Bay and stuff, would you say that had like an influence on your sound?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because the Bay is crazy.
Some of the best
I see the tattoo. I see the
very, very unique sound of the Bay.
It's something I always carry with me for sure.
Yeah.
It's the way I talk, it's the way I do things, it's the way I dress. It's just a part of me for sure.
Bay is a cultural hub for probably easily top 3 biggest cultural hubs for hip hop.
Sure. All the slang come from the Bay.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite rapper or like artist from that area?
From the Bay?
Oh, that's a good question. I wouldn't even know.
Past or present?
Anytime.
Yeah, all time. Yo, that's crazy.
All right.
That's a crazy question.
Present, Larry June.
Oh yeah, 100%. Larry's fucking crazy.
What about you, Leon?
I would say Larry. I mean, I love Larry June. Like, I don't know, like he just has like my homies were listening to him a long time ago before he like really blew up and shit, and like they just kind of like put me on all his lingo and his slang and shit, and then then it started to get more popular. I was like, oh, this nigga really has something going on. So I would say Larry June as well. Like he's the only, I listen to him regularly. So.
I can't forget about Lil Bean,
Yeah,
Bang,
mm-hmm.
all those dudes, the whole label. Kai Bands.
Yep.
Just all those guys out there. There's so many that are just doing that shit.
Yeah, no, I love a lot of the bigger, the more known ones and stuff. But I really want to like delve more into like the low key artists out there because the bass is fucking.
I got you with the playlist.
Yeah. Yo, hit me with that shit, man. Hit me with that shit. I love Bay Area music. I fucking.
I think I'd say like Mac Dre and Andre Nicotina are my two favorites from there.
I'd say D-Lo, man. I love
D-Lo. You know what I mean? Like,
we love D-Lo.
I'm a Taurus, so like once I find something I like, it's like that's always gonna be my favorite.
Interesting.
But yeah, so what is your favorite artist currently?
I'd have to say Mac Miller.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I was just listening to Mac Miller earlier today.
Would you say he's your biggest influence as well too?
At the current time, without a doubt. I don't think he got enough recognition that he got.
I don't think so
He
either.
didn't until he died. Yeah,
he doesn't.
And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who he was until after he died.
Damn, really?
Sadly, unfortunately.
But
I also lived in a very small town where we were listening to Creed. Everybody was listening to Creed, So I was like out of the box if I was listening to anything else.
Creed fucks though. I ain't no doubt, man.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one who would admit that on camera.
Yeah, I don't think no one gives him even the recognition he deserves as a producer.
Yeah,
True.
no, 100%.
He has so many good songs.
He was, when he was fucking doing like his low key ghost production shit as like Larry the Fisherman back in the day, whatever. Larry Fisherman, yeah. Crazy. That shit was fucking crazy, but
Delusional Thomas.
Yeah. He hit all the fucking alter egos and shit, man. That's just super dope. So, do you like produce or what? Are you just mainly like rap?
So basically, I started playing guitar around when I was 10 years old. So I've been playing for like 10 years now.
Okay, cool.
And then just that kind of delved into. I always had a knack for writing.
Yeah.
And one time I was in school, right? And I never did work in school.
Yeah.
And shit. And I had this English teacher that I hated. And he had us writing. It's called odes, like a form of poetry.
Yeah.
And so I wrote this bullshit ass one called my ode to my bus driver. Right?
He's probably watching right now. Watch out. No.
Hey, Mr. Stein. Wait, I got some things.
You got some heat. You got some heat.
So he read my friend was like, read Gianni's ode to the whole class. I was like, nah, you're playing. Don't do that to me. And he grabs it and he reads it, right? And I'm like, oh no. But then the whole class was just like, that was pretty good. I was like, wait, really?
You think so?
I was like, damn. Right then and there,
that was a moment.
I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper. I just started filling out pages every day.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Like you just need that little bit of like reassurance from. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I gotta say, it's all because of Mr. Stein.
Yo, shout out Mr. Stein, even though he sounds like a bitch ass nigga initially. So, but if there's many teachers and many fucking mentors I've had who I fucking hated at first, and then I realized what they did for me. So you can't. You're like, thank you. The trials and tribulations is what get you to this point. You got to say thank you. So yes sir.
Yep. So what do you have coming up in the near future here as an artist in Portland?
Projects. What are your goals? What are your plans?
Projects.
I'm just trying to get in every show I can get into.
Yes sir. Get your name out there.
I'm actually starting school for music. I'm going to college for music.
For production or engineering, sonic arts?
It's technology, performance, business side of it.
Everything music.
Everything.
Hell yeah.
They get you to intern in a studio and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just on the grind right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm writing, freestyling every day. Just trying
staying
to
at it.
My one goal in music is I will deem myself as a success once I can think that I made music that affected somebody the way someone else's music affected me.
Yep, 100%.
I don't want to make music about just like, partying and everything, all that. That shit's cool and all. But like the songs that really make me sit there, get me through some shit. Because I write about the realities around me. I write about my struggles with addiction, the streets, everything, So if I can just one day someone come up to me and be like, man, your shit really got me through something.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I need.
Yep. No, I mean, I fucking feel that so hard too. Like that's like when you have that moment where someone's just like, yo, I resonated with that shit. Like the first time anybody ever came up to me was like this. It was this 12-year-old kid at my show, and he was like, yo, man, that shit was like the dopest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like,
that's the dream right there.
That's just what I do it for. Like that was just that moment. I will never forget that moment.
Kid.
I do it for you, Samson. Wherever the fuck you are, you're probably like 20 years old now. Yo, man, shout out Samson. But
yep.
That's the real shit.
If you could perform on stage, last question, if you could perform on stage with anybody, who would it be? Anybody living or dead?
Man.
Doesn't even have to be like a hardcore musician. It can be like somebody like what's her name, Paris Hilton, who dabbled in music.
Paris Hilton, bruh.
Performer-wise, you know, it'd be crazy. I want to say Jimi Hendrix.
Oh yes, the boy. That's who got me started in music. So
Bro, he's the greatest guitarist ever.
yeah,
100%.
No, yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yo, I'll fucking.
I'm not fighting you on that.
Making the sound where you can finally blend guitar with the rap and make that, you know, like. You know,
It's
they have like the metal shit.
Yeah, it's a
and
thing.
everything,
It's a
but
thing.
I feel like you
It's
can
hard to
blend
do.
it a different way, you know?
It's
So
hard
stock
to
shit.
do and make it sound good, but it's being done. It's just like not.
It's a
not
lot of
very
cookie
often
cutter
where
shit. It's
where
like,
it sounds
yo,
good. Like I'm not a fan of Linkin Park, and Linkin Park.
You're
is
not a
that.
fan of Linkin Park?
No,
Hey,
I'm
but that
not.
Jay-Z
Linkin Park hard
Linkin
as
Park
fuck,
album
man.
goes hard. You can't
Yo,
lie
no, them
about that.
motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers went. They did they shit, man.
Yeah.
Shout out R.I.P. Chester Bennington.
For real.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have respect for them, you know, but I think we can make a better sound with guitar and rapping together. So
I think-
hopefully you could be that
I
person to
think
do it.
Portland's just begging for its own sound.
Oh no, it is. It is. It's a renaissance going on.
They're just waiting for somebody
It's a
to
renaissance.
get behind, you know?
Yep.
And I think this is the era where it's gonna happen.
It is. It is. It's a blank
Well,
slate.
I'm glad
so.
to be part of it and glad to be here seeing it, you know, witnessing it happening.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much for talking with
Yeah,
us.
good to meet you, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I've been Carissa Dez.
I'm Prxtty L3on. We out.
On the scene.
On the scene.
At the Flow Show,
Yes,
Volume
sir.
19. You want to shout out your socials?
Yep. O2G on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. O2 Gianfranco.
O2G from the Bay.
And YouTube. We got Hot. By Kid Bulu featuring O2G. I made a little Cowboy Bebop edit.
I like
It's
this guy. He's
fire.
like giving it all without me
It's fire
asking.
as fuck. And we got an in-person video. Look it up. Kid Bulu featuring O2G. Those videos are fire. Check them out.
All right. Thank you so much.
it. That's it.
And he
Yes,
also
sir.
has a very like strong handshake too.
Right.
So
Yeah, that
there's
was
that
very
too.
good.
I work
Yes,
constantly,
sir.
so
You gotta talk loud because like,
Oh, okay,
all
okay.
right.
It's 5
Get from the mic
Inferno.
in the cement
503
mixer.
Inferno?
Is this your
Okay.
son here?
No, this is my nephew. He's
Your
fine.
nephew?
He's fine.
Yeah.
What's his
Rep your
name?
shit. Rep your
His name is
shit.
Mason. Mason, so you say hi? You gotta talk loud. Oh, he gonna wait.
No,
He gonna
he
I
wait.
just want to say he's
No
so
photos,
cute with
no photos.
with his chains and
Yes,
the.
sir.
Yeah, they're his. His mom's a jewelry consultant.
Oh shit!
well,
Oh, he
Yeah,
dressed-
yeah.
Well,
He's fully
I
dressed
need
up.
some chains, so
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah, hook me up with that.
Hell yeah.
So, do you just performed here at the Flow Show?
Yeah, I did. I just performed here. I've been performing here for actually like 2 years almost since I was
Word, okay.
15. They've
Yeah.
helped me
Okay.
a lot. Like they put my name out there, you know.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
just started headlining my own show.
Okay,
So I have a
where's-
show April 13th. It'll be at Moto PDX.
Moto PDX?
I got my man
Okay.
Lord
Yes.
Lawrence performing,
Oh, we
Shane
love
Taylor
Lawrence.
hosting,
Yeah,
Wayne
okay.
Gray on there.
Yes, sir. You got
Those
the
are the
little
homies,
cast.
yeah.
A little sneak peek. You know, I haven't told nobody.
Okay.
And there's nothing out on Instagram.
You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
I'm working on a song with Wayne Gray.
Oh, okay, all right,
So,
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's gonna be really dope.
All
Really
right.
dope.
Hell
I
yeah,
actually
man.
only started like listened to Wayne Gray recently, and I was like, how have I not heard of his music or
No,
like
Wayne
his
Gray's
music
great.
before?
So dope.
Like,
No, he's a fucking
so
dope
good,
cat.
so
Like,
good.
real shit.
Yeah, he's really nice too. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
anybody that really associates around Opal Royalty or in the Opal Royalty community
Yeah.
is really dope people.
Yeah.
You know, Nate,
Yeah.
the videographer,
Yep.
Yeah,
super
yeah.
dope
Yeah.
person. I've had him shoot multiple recaps for me.
Yep.
His
No, he's
work
good
is really
peoples.
professional.
Yep.
And
If
they're
I
all
can
really
say three
cool
things
people.
about all those guys is that they're talented, is
Yeah.
that they're professional, and they're just really nice ass, down to earth people.
Yeah.
Yep,
For real.
kind.
Yeah.
Definitely very kind.
All of them. All of them.
Good people
Yeah.
to be around and stuff. So are you
For sure.
from here or are you?
Well, I was originally born in Berryville, Arkansas, but I
Okay,
moved
word.
out here really early.
First person from Arkansas. That we have.
Yeah. I'm from the South. I should talk like this, but
Yeah, I'll say you're
I
right
can
about
turn that
Texas.
shit off. I don't talk like that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
raised out here since I was the age of about 5 years old.
Okay,
I
word.
experienced some homelessness when I was roughly 12.
Okay.
I started
Yeah.
making some music. You know, I was homeless with my whole
Yeah,
family
yeah.
except for my dad. He was kind of like really bad drug addict. He was
Oh,
back
yep.
in the state of Arkansas. I lived out here in a van. And you know, I just doing what I had to do to provide, to put money on the table. You know, get my
Word.
family
Yeah.
food coming up.
Yes,
it
sir.
was some shit, but
Yes,
we doing
sir.
good
love
now.
to
We
hear it, man.
hustling.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you out here, man. You out
Seems
here at
like
the
you're
Flow
doing
Show.
good
You doing your thing.
So do
you got,
you
you
feel
know.
like that, you know, living that life influenced your music?
Oh, most definitely it did. You know, the
You got a
people
story
that
to
have
tell
put
for
me
sure.
around though was
Yeah.
great. You know, a lot of dope things, and it's dope to be able to give back to people who are homeless now
Yeah,
with
yeah.
what I'm doing here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I was first introduced to the music scene by a guy named Catscan. I don't know if you guys
I
heard
love
him.
that's my
That's
brother,
our-
man.
that's the
my
homie.
I know
brother,
That's
so
the
many
homie.
people in the Portland music scene,
Yeah.
but I'm very, very underground. I'm probably the most underground cat because I'm
There's
the youngest
nothing
cat.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say that, you know, even though like your situation was rough growing up, like being on the streets at a very young age, like that is something that's very unique.
Yeah.
So you have a very unique story to tell.
Thank
so
you.
just
Thank
make sure
you.
you put that in your music, which you probably already do.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, that's Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, shout out Cat, man. That's my bro, man. That's my little bro, man.
Yeah, and that's
Cat.
also someone who just like
He brings
doesn't
everybody
stop.
together.
He doesn't stop. He
He
brings everybody
doesn't. No,
together.
that fool
He
just
doesn't stop.
works
He's
and
just
works
like
and works.
he's always live streaming. Like I've hopped on his live stream and he made 2
It's
songs.
crazy to catch up, man. You can't even keep
And
up
they're
with that
good
cat.
too. Like like people could just like make a bunch of songs and they're not good, but like he just makes them on the spot. And I'm like, okay,
he pumps
that's a
them and
banger
they're
right
good.
there.
It's good
Yeah.
music. It's really good.
I don't know where it
music,
comes
you know what I
from.
mean?
Yeah, it's great.
Him and his producers, they work wonders, man. They're
Shout out Max
great. They're
Bet.
great
Shout out
people.
fucking Carlos,
Yeah.
man.
Shout out D-Marks as well. I don't know if you guys know D-Marks
I know D-Marks. Yeah.
That's like my brother.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
met him when I was homeless. He helped me by like booking me through No Cap and shit
Word,
like that.
okay,
That was
yeah.
years and years and years
Yeah,
ago.
that would
bro.
have to be a while ago.
That was,
Yeah,
that was forever ago.
He's
That's
on like Florida now, right?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
in Florida. I was trying to get in contact with him. If you see this shit, D-Marks, bro, you have about a month to save up,
Reach
take
out.
time off of work, and get your ass to my show April 13th, man.
That's right.
April 13th.
Well, I
Where's
need
it
you,
gonna be
bro.
again?
I
You
will.
better be
It'll be
there,
at
bro.
Moto PDX Cafe.
Moto PDX Cafe.
Yeah,
Let's
and
go.
like, bro, I will open a slot. I don't care. I'll open a slot for you. We will make something work. We will
Yeah.
get it
All
in.
right. Well, I'm gonna try to be there too. Send
Shout
me
out
send me
D-Marks.
a link to
I will
that.
DM you that.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
so much for talking with
Okay,
us.
Yes,
thank you.
yes, yes.
So let me get my-
I've been
Nice
Carissa
Good to meet you,
Dez
bro.
Nice
Yes,
meeting
sir.
on the
Yes,
scene.
sir.
It's been
My dog, my little dog. Bring it in, man.
Right here. I love that chain.
Yes, sir. We got you. I'm Pretty Leon. We on the scene. We at the Alberta Abbey.
And do you want to shout out your socials before you go?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
shout out
really
your
quick,
socials.
man. It's shout out 503_Inferno on Instagram. Anything else is 503 on all platforms. Single dropping with my man Dunkman that I've been performing. Shout out Dunkman. He just got out released, you know.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
it is.
Fresh
It's-
out.
It's free James Woods, you know.
Yes, sir.
GFE.
Free
I'm out.
Yeah.
James.
Free James.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
We on the
Working
scene.
me like a
I'm
dog
Pretty
out
fucking
here.
Leon.
Let's start over.
What?
I was just talking about, I'm working like a dog out here. Let's start over.
God,
Hello.
bro.